Hi, my name is Katie Helliwell. I am the psychic expert. I've got over 20 years experience working with spirit, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll be dropping content every single day to this channel. All you need to do is like and subscribe, and also just let me know if what I'm producing for you is actually what you really want to see, or if there's any other content that you've been thinking about and would like to know more insight on. There is nothing I can't explain and give you insight on, so it'll be a pleasure to hear from you. Also, please make sure you follow all my other channels as well, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook business page. If you go into the description on this video, can't get my words out, if you go into the description, you will be able to see the links there to my Facebook group, Talk Spirit to Me. I'm live in there 3 times a week, and it'd be a pleasure to have you. Anyway, enough from me. Enjoy the trainings. Hello, my darlings. Hello, welcome to Talk Spirit with me. Hello, everyone. We're going to go through your psychic gifts revealed. Now, this is something really interesting because it's going to take you through every aspect of spirituality. And I'm going to talk about things here that I don't normally talk about. Well, I do talk about them, but not in the terminology that I'm going to use now with you all. And the reason for that is because my guides have told me to explain it this way to you, so that you can get an understanding of where you are actually gifted. Because a lot of the battle with spirituality is that people don't believe they're gifted. They don't believe that they can connect to their spirit guides. They see that it's beneficial. They understand that it's good. They love all the nudges, the angel numbers. You know, they might not love being woken up at 3 a.m, but they love all the spiritual oddities that happen to them. And they want to learn more about why and who it is that is actually trying to communicate with them, and what they're trying to say, and all of the things there. And I just want to say to you all, we're going to give you so much answers and so much more information on this, but the reason you're experiencing this is because you're gifted. And until you understand that you are gifted in some aspect and where that is, you're not going to fully really relate to it. So that's what I'm going to give you some insight on tonight, so you can really make a conscious decision whether this is for you right now. Now, when I say you're gifted, and the reason you're having these oddities is because you are, and then I say in the next breath, everyone's gifted. Everybody is gifted, but some people have senses more activated than others. So, for example, if someone is experiencing shadows out the corner of their eyes, or thinking of someone and then they just suddenly just appear in front of them, and that's happening all the time, and then for someone else, they may be just seeing, or maybe they've got like a buzzing in their ears or something going on with their ears, and that's kind of all they've got. It doesn't mean that they're not more psychic than the other person. What it means is the person that's experiencing more psychic symptoms and signs is just ready to start developing more than the other person. So the other person's journey will be maybe a bit slower, might take a little bit more work, but the other person is overly ignored all the signs from spirit, all the angel numbers, all the oddities that have happened, and just kept ignoring the signs that they should have really started when they were having one sense activated like the other person, not when all of the senses are activated, because it can be overwhelming. So every single one of you is gifted. So I don't want you to compare yourself to other people and think, well, I'm not like them. I'm not overly developed like they are. I'm not as strong as they are. It's nothing to do with that. It just means that they've ignored the gifts for so long that they've got more and more senses activated, whereas you, having just 1 or 2, you need to activate them as well, because it'll be easier for you. It might be a longer journey, but it'll be actually easier for you. The people that usually find me, though, are the ones that have got so much going on with their gifts that they're just like, I can't deal with this. I just can't deal with spirit. I need your help. I need your help. Help me, help calm this down. And it's like, we don't need it to get to that point. You can start developing now, and you can feel the benefits of spirituality, which are energy increasing, meeting your guides, getting guidance from them, feeling supported, all of these gorgeous things that they do. You get to experience that from day dot. So let's do this. Let's go for it. So all the newbies here, hello. Let me know if you are a newbie and if this is your first ever live. Welcome to the group. My name is Katie Helliwell. I go live 3 times a week in this group. I always let you know of the times and dates, and always send you reminders. So hello, and I hope you get so much from this. Okay, let's get going then. So Whenever I'm doing these trainings, what I do is I share a PowerPoint. I don't want anyone to think, oh my gosh, she's going to start sharing a PowerPoint. What is wrong with her? It's to help me keep on track. And I also think it really helps with visuals if you've got something to look at as well, other than my mush all the time. So we're going to share the screen now, and this will help you. Hello, newbies. Like all the golden oldies, make the newbies feel welcome. Hello, hello. Right, okay. Let's go into this. Can you all see my screen okay? Remind me as well, guys, to show all the newbies where they can find everything. Hi, Jackie from Australia. Hello, newbie. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'll go through the training, and then if you stay on to the end, because I'm going to show all the newbies where you can find everything in the group. Okay. Hello, Candy. Hi, Lacey. Everyone's ready. Lovely. Okay, and you can see the screen. So it says your psychic abilities revealed, and that's a picture of me. Yes, I did sit in a wood with giant angel wings whilst it was raining, as you can tell from the hair. And also there was a lady, what you can't see on this picture, bit of background here. There was a lady behind me and she was holding the wings up, and I'd just been smoked bombed by the photographer because bless her, I wanted mist in the woods. So I was going for a mysticky sort of look. And she set the smoke bomb off, and the rain, the woman behind me fell on the floor, and I went blind nearly because couldn't see anything. It was all in my eyeballs. My eyes were stinging, and it was just horrific. It was awful. It was so wet that I got my heels stuck in the mud. I had to throw away that skirt, and the wings were just colossal. They just kept blowing everywhere. It was just the most unglamorous photo shoot I've ever been on, but it was so funny. It was absolutely hilarious. But you'd never know from the picture. I look like I just sit in the woods with angel wings on, don't I? But yeah, I don't. Anyway, your psychic abilities revealed. Let's get started. So welcome to today's training session. My name is Katie Helliwell. As I said to you, me and Spirit go live 3 times a week. I bring you content on spiritual development, psychic connection to your guides, and understanding spiritual oddities that you are going through. This is what I specialize in, and you are all very welcome to be here. So as I said, I'm Katie. It's lovely to meet you all. I am the psychic expert. I've got over 20 years experience working with spirit, over 20 years, and I help hundreds of people activate their spiritual gifts all over the world. Now, just to put it into some context for you, I've been out publicly with my gift for 5 years. And in that time, I've built a platform of 190,000 souls that follow me all over the world. I have courses and development classes. I've got hundreds of people that have gone through my psychic development school, and a vast majority of them just came in to just kind of meet their guides and do nothing major. And a lot of them have gone on to build light worker careers and make a full-time business out of this, earning more than could ever imagine they could ever dream of. They loved it. So you will get to meet some of them. I'm going to share some of them on the masterclass tomorrow night, so you'll get to see them in action. But I know what I'm talking about. And this is how I've become a psychic expert. Is I struggled for so long to find anywhere that could actually, I felt welcome, or I felt I could actually express my gift and understand what I could do and develop. I really did struggle for a very long time. And I'm glad of the struggle, because thanks to that, I am the mentor I am today for you guys. So I know what I'm talking about. I can hand on heart say there's not one question that you could ask that I wouldn't know the answer to. Or if there's something you're going through now that you feel like you're kind of losing the plot, I can guarantee you I've been there, and I've also felt that way as well. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to spread the love of spirituality, and I know that you can do this. And tonight's training, I have to say, is possibly going to give you the biggest light bulb moment you've ever had. So keep watching. So what psychic ability do you have? Let's explore. So I never use the terminologies of the clairs. So has anyone ever heard of the clairs? Clairaudience, claircognizance, and we're going to go through some of them. I never normally use these, and there's a reason I don't use the names of them. It's because when you're starting out on this journey, there's so much you have to learn. There's so much you have to take on board. And I just found that trying to then take on all the terminology and understand all the terminology was just one more thing for you guys to do. And I didn't want to add to the stress. So I often say, and you'll hear me refer to see, hear, and feel spirit. So see, hear, feel spirit. And I got a nudge this morning from spirit to actually use the clairs and explain it through this way to you, because it's going to land easier and you're going to understand it more in depth. So I always do what my guides tell me to do. Well, we have a bit of a fight every now and again, but I'm going to follow what they say to be able to help you so you can identify, because a lot of you will be familiar with clairs and it will make more sense. So let's get into this. So if you are clairaudient, so if you've got this particular sense, so what we're doing tonight is finding we're identifying where you are strongest, what sense you've got activated right now, and that'll be the strongest sense for you to actually connect into spirit and to be able to reach your spirit guides and make connections. So if you are clairaudient, you will possibly be experiencing the following. So your ability is you are able to hear spirit. Now, what I mean by that is you might be able to hear them speak to you in your head. You might hear your own voice sending you messages in your head, and you feel like you're kind of talking to yourself and answering your own questions. You will also be able to identify, maybe hear songs. There'll be all different ways that you'll be able to actually receive messages, but it will be through your ears and through hearing. Now, if you do have this ability, you will most often feel as if you are kind of talking to yourself. Whoever starts talking to themselves, I know I do. Who has amazing chats to themselves? Goes around the house having a good old chat. Oh, I just need to do this over here and I just need to do that. Let me know in the comments, are you a talker? Do you talk to yourself? Did you have imaginary friends as a child? You might have to ask some of your parents this, or grandparents or carers. Did you have an imaginary friend as a child? Christina, yeah, you talk to yourself? Yeah, you're not alone. Do you have, now this is a really common one, a full disclaimer, if you do get ringing in your ears, please go and see a doctor. But the NHS in England must have the most in-depth psychics going to have loads of things done and tests done and scans and all sorts, because a lot of the signs that people often go to the doctors for is a sign of underdeveloped psychic ability, because the symptoms get stronger. They get stronger and stronger, and it actually makes you feel almost like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? Like the fatigue, the headaches, the ringing in the ears. Obviously, if you feel unwell, please go and seek medical attention. I have to say that as a disclaimer. But most of the time, I've been to see ear, nose and throat specialists, and there's nothing wrong with my ears, nothing at all. So ringing in your ears and almost a kind of fuzzy feeling, like pressure in your ears, or also like tickling, almost like tickling ears. So anything like that is your ability to hear. So you've got the ability to hear. Who's heard their name being called, but there's no one there? Who's had that? So I often hear Mum, and my daughters aren't in the house, and I'm like, that I don't even recognize the voice. I'm thinking, is the TV on? Because that's not even my daughter's voices. Like, so who's heard their name being called and there's no one there? Footsteps. Who's had footsteps? You know, when you recognize, does anyone actually know everyone's footsteps in the house? So you know when you're maybe upstairs or maybe just sat in the living room or something, you can hear people's footsteps, and you know, don't you? You know their footsteps, you know. So then when someone's running up the stairs, it's like, well, who's that? I don't recognize their footsteps. Does anyone have that? Let me know. Because if you have any of these, you are clairaudient. So you know yesterday where if you were on yesterday's training and lots of people were saying, I don't know exactly where I'm gifted. If you've got any of these, you've got the gift of clairaudience. So you hear spirit. So we don't need to worry about, am I gifted or not? I'm telling you which ones you are here. We're identifying it now. This is so exciting. So this is the ability. We're going to go into more about how you can utilize this in Psychic School. So how you can actually extend this and start bringing this into hearing spirit and hearing spirit guides and hearing maybe your loved ones on the other side if they want to be your guide and communicating with them. But we need to identify where the sense is. So we go into more depth in this in the school, but for now, let's get connected. Does this actually resonate with anyone? Always a low hum. So no, some people aren't getting the footsteps, but have you had any of the others? Barbara gets footsteps of horses. Ooh. And then Louise has been experiencing it this morning. Yep, lovely. So keep all the comments coming, keep me updated. Let's have some breakthroughs. Clairalience. Now, this is quite a rare ability. So it'd be interesting to see how many people actually have this. So let me explain it. Let me just move my picture out of the way here. So this is the ability to smell certain smells with no explanation. Okay. So have you ever smelt smoke? And you go, can you smell smoke? Can anyone else smell smoke? And no one actually can. You're the only person. Or perfume. If you've got perfume all of a sudden, and it's like a really strong perfume, and you might actually recognize the smell of it. It might be somebody that you love. It might be somebody that's passed on. It might be, it could be anything, but the smell of smoke or perfume, they're usually the most common ones. You can get other smells like coffee, chocolate. You can get all different types of smells. You know, smells of damp, all different things. Yeah, see, so Amy's had like jelly, like grape, and no one was around you. Yeah. Yep. Smelling smoke randomly from Leanne. Yes. Kim's had it too. Yep. Sulfur. Yeah, sulfur. Sulfur's a strong one. Always ringing and buzzing, but just recently hearing my name. Yes, Kimberly. And Christina's smelt smoke. Yes. And so's Julia. Christina's also smelled Old Spice. Smelled a clone of my dad. Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry, Barbara. So you're all relating to this. Okay. Right. So if you have this ability, this means that you'll be able to connect through smell. So if that's the case, you will possibly find that when we go into the development side of things, we will need to maybe get you some incense, like essential oils and incense, and also maybe some candles to help you connect even further. But we'll go into that in the school. Who is me? Who has the clairvoyance? This was my strongest connection from day dot. Always could see spirit. And I didn't want to, but I didn't realize it was a gift. But who has clairvoyance? So if you've got a clairvoyant skill, you've got the ability to see spirit. You can actually see them. And this is in the form of ghosts. So I call them ghosts, but you know, spirits, potato, they're the same thing. Shadows, so maybe shadows out the corner of your eye, maybe more in your peripheral vision, you can get shadows. You can get movie clips in your mind. So you might actually see a scenario playing out in your mind, or if you meet somebody for the first time and then, or even someone you know, and you're looking at them and you can just kind of see a scenario of something happening around them, like a video. That's a sign that you're clairvoyant. And also if you get pictures. So if you're talking to someone, then all of a sudden you just keep seeing maybe a certain type of perfume, let's stick to the smells. And you're like, does this mean anything to you? And they're like, oh yeah, that's my perfume, or that's what my mom used to wear. And you're like, oh, okay. So it can come through in all of these different ways. So if you do have the ability to see, it's a very, very strong skill. And I would have to say, it's probably one of the easiest ways then to start developing, because as humans, we always need proof. Like you guys need proof now that you've got gifts. You guys need proof that your spirit guides are looking after you. Everyone needs proof because we're human, that's what we're like. But if you've got the ability to see, you don't need to like hold the faith or anything, because you can see for yourself that it's real. Even then, you'll probably still question yourself, but you get my gist. It's more likely that you'll believe in it because you can actually see it yourself. Yeah, so Bree, if you haven't developed it properly, then you won't be able to control it. That's something we'll do together. Yes, flashes of light as well, Leanne, thank you. That's another one as well. Okay, there we go. Right, let's have a look. Clairgustance. So this is the ability to taste certain things with no explanation. So very similar to the smells, but taste. So you might be able to suddenly taste, has anyone ever suddenly been able to taste like metal in their mouth? And you're like, why have I got metal taste? Or if you've had a taste of perfume or just something unusual, this is a psychic sense. So if it's happening to you, you need to understand what's actually happening at that moment around you. So it could be that your guides are trying to forewarn you of something. It could be somebody that you're next to. There's a spirit trying to come through for that person. So if you have this ability, again, when we come to connection, it's going to be really useful for you to have candles and burning incense and things like that to be able to connect, because you do get a connection through a smell. Okay, so it's really key that we use this in actual development and connection, so you can make the connection a lot quicker. Okay, so there's quite a few of you who've got this. Yeah, sometimes get the metal, Christina. It could be Claire, it could be the metal of Billings. I am a realist with spirit, so I always do say to people, you know, when you're a realist, you know, I always do like to keep things normal. I don't want everything to be, oh yes, it must be spirit. Yeah, it can't be a coincidence, or it could never mean this. I am realistic like that, and I teach my students to be the same, so that you know, and then, you know, we're not completely blinded to the fact that some human things can happen as well. So say, for example, when COVID was heightened, a lot of people lost their sense of taste. And it's very interesting to see how many people this affected with the clairs, because it wouldn't have done, because you would still be, if you had that ability, whether you had an illness or not, you'd still be able to taste random smells, because it's not actually a taste of something you're eating or consuming, it's a taste of a sense that's coming through. So it's an ability. So it's very, very different. Yes, you can have more than one. I will let you know a little bit more about that, and I'll answer some of your questions. Get all of the questions coming through. Get all the questions coming through. Amy's saying, if something that you are used to and it doesn't taste the same, it's very likely it's something medical, if it's like that. So it wouldn't be, it's a taste that is almost put upon your mouth without anything going into your mouth. It's something you can taste with no explanation at all. So I hope that helps. Okay, claircognizance. So this is the ability to know information without any teachings or learnings. This is one of the most popular abilities in psychic school. Okay, it's one of the most popular. Don't worry, Lucy, you can watch it on replay. So this is one of the most popular one here, because and it also confuses people, because they actually sit there thinking, how do I know these things? So have you ever found yourself in a situation where you just know things, and you just know that that's not the right thing to do, or you just know that the way to a shop that you've been trying to find is actually up the road and to the left? How do you know? I don't know how, I just know. Who's ever had that? Or if you're in a situation that you've never been in before, but somehow you just know that this is the best way to deal with it, and everyone's looking at you going, well, you just know. Well, let's look at you, because you always seem to know the answer. People come to you for the answer all the time, because you always seem to know, even though you've got no experience in whatever topic or industry or whatever it is that they're doing. But you just feel like, yeah, I just know the answer. And they're like, how do you know everything? I don't know how I know, I just know. There we go. So to give you some insight, the people who are like this are usually leaders. They're usually leaders, and they're people that are in either high-powered jobs, run their own businesses, or they are leading a team, but they're leaders. And it really, really is important that they are leading their gift as well. So this ability has to be moved forward in the form of psychic connection. So if you are a leader in your day-to-day job, the idea of surrendering everything to spirit and letting them decide will make you feel like, what the actual heckles? I can't do that. So we're not going to be able to do that for you. It's not going to work. The psychic connection will feel really hard. So you need to make sure that your light bulb moments, which I'm doing in speech marks because they're not light bulb moments, that spirit guide sending you communication and giving you support, those are sent to you. It's a gift. The answering without giving any thought, something that just comes natural, that's your ability. If you are good in an emergency situation and you just seem to know what to do, then this is your ability. You know, I'm great if someone actually ever hurts themselves. If anyone ever hurts themselves around me, for some reason, I know exactly what to do. exactly what to do. So I'm like, right, they need to do this, then we need to do that with them, and then we need to elevate their head up. And I can't tell you how many people have collapsed around me or had accidents next to me. I hope it's not me. I hope I'm not jinxed, but I always know what to do. I always know what to do and always look after them. And I've got no medical experience whatsoever. And it baffles ambulance drivers when I do the handover. I do a handover. I'm like, right, so this client presented themselves, well, the lady or the person presented themselves with an injury to her left knee, and then she was exudating blood, so I held on to the blood and stopped the flow, and then I did this and I cleansed the area, and they were like, are you a nurse? I'm like, no, I'm not, no medical training, not even a first aider. I just knew what to do. I just knew, because I'm claircognizance. So who recognizes this? And if you are recognizing this in yourself, can I just ask you, are you a leader? Are you a leader in your life? Are you a leader in your business? Are you responsible for people? Do people look up to you? Maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're a mentor. Are you a leader? And Debbie's saying, yes, that's her. Hello, everyone jumping on. Yeah, Zoe's saying, yes, yes, yes. Yes, Joe, I think it could be a past life as well. But I don't believe in past lives. I believe that all the lives are happening at the same time. But that's a conversation for another day. So I believe in one of my other lives that's currently happening. I'm a doctor or a nurse or some kind of therapist or something. I'm a manager of a pub. Yes, I'm a leader. Used to be, Christina says yes. Yeah. There we go. So everyone's recognizing that is them. Okay. Now, let me just get on to the next one. Which one of these do you feel that you identify with the most? Because you could have more than one ability right now. So if you've got more than one active clairvoyant ability now, so clair ability, so if you've got knowing, hearing, seeing, feeling, you've got all of them activated and you can identify with all of them, then there's something that we need to do right now. We need to get this done right now, as in your connection. We need to have you connected to your guides, and we need to have you spiritually opened up in the right way. If you've got only one activated at the moment, you are so lucky. You are so lucky, because if you've got one activated at the moment, then you've got the ability to slowly work through this and use it as your superpower. There's no need for like an emergency kit to calm down your gift instantly. You get to be able to do this nice and slowly, and it makes life so much easier for you. So I'm sorry to the ones that have got quite a few activated. You don't have any time to waste. You need to start working on your gift. You need to start calming it down, because, and the reason I'm saying that is because you will be experiencing symptoms that aren't comfortable being a medium. So you will be feeling people's emotions, probably getting overwhelmed, waking in the night, getting constant nudges from your guides, not knowing what on earth these nudges are, and everything's going to feel very, very like you're responding to life and reacting to it instead of actually feeling life properly. Okay, and experiencing it on your terms. So the answer to this is you can have more than one, but there will be one that is more prominent out of all of them. So if you've got one, if you've got say 3 or 4, more than one, then there'll be one of those out of that collective bunch that is your ability to feel them really, really powerfully. So we need to go with that one. And that's my job as your mentor. When you come into psychic school, it's my job to identify where this is. And we do this together. So once we've done this together, we can actually feel, we can feel where it is. We can feel the connection. We can feel it, and we can utilize this. And likewise, if you've got one, you've only got one area activated at the moment, we can work with that and grow and open the other senses. So when you're a fully developed psychic, the chances are, I wouldn't say it's definite, but the chances are you will be able to activate more than one gift, one area, one sense. So you'll have multiple ways of communication. It could take a while to develop, or it could, maybe you could have 3 or 4 and then the rest come later on. But it's likely, highly likely, it's highly unlikely that you won't activate other senses. But what slows people down is they go, I want to activate Claire audience, and I just want to be able to hear spirit. I'm so frustrated I can't hear spirit, but I can see them, but I really just want to be able to hear them for no reason whatsoever. They just want to. And then because they fixate on that, they literally hold back the whole development. There's so many people that do that. So wherever it is at the moment that you've got activated, I want you to be grateful for it. I want you to express gratitude. I want you to be welcoming it with open arms, and we will utilize this and grow and have you develop slowly. So what are you all saying? Hello, Rita. Hello, my darling. My strong Leanne saying she senses energy change. Yes. So that's feeling your emotions. That's feeling the change in energy. Let's have a look. Then we've got it changes sometimes. The just knowing is prominent, but if I'm lying there, the seeing and hearing is prominent too. So it'll be your knower that's the most activated, Amy. I'm very drained as well at the minute of mine. Been sat holding my head today, wishing it all to calm down. I see, fear, hear, know, and smell and taste. Wow, Debbie, you need my help. Absolutely. Let's get you activated fully. I used to see and hear my guides, but then I was poorly and that part stopped. Yeah, sometimes when we're poorly, it can mute it down a little bit because we kind of block it out because we want to heal our bodies, but it's still there. I hear the change in frequencies. Oh, how exciting. That's amazing. Because you do hear it. I know exactly what you mean. I'm not sure which is my strongest, but I hear and see sometimes. Amazing. So all of you are making identifications here of where your gift actually is strongest and where you've got it. So you're understanding that you've all got gifts. You're knowing that you have. So is anyone here still going, I don't know if I've got a spiritual gift. I don't know if I have. Is there anyone still questioning it? Let me know. Be honest if you are. It's okay. It's okay if you are questioning it. I did for a long time. I used to be like, I want to get rid of my gift. Take me somewhere to tell me how I can actually get rid of my gift. And then in the next breath, I was like, but I think I've got the knowing, and I think I can see spirit, and I think I've got this. So yeah, I was very yin and yang, very stop-start energy. Sometimes I do question it. Joe, I still question now. Lucia says she doesn't know. Do none of them, Lucia, resonate with you at all? Have you not experienced any of those? Be really honest, because I feel like you're holding back. Okay. So we have got the 7 easy steps to understand a psychic message happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. And as I said to you, I will be giving you an opportunity to come in on a paid program to work with me. So if you are looking to develop your psychic ability, there's 2 ways that you can work with me, and whichever one you choose, it will be amazing. If not, I'm still going to be going live in this group 3 times a week. So I'll still be giving you so much insight because I just love doing it. And I think it's really helpful for you all. But I think you're going to really want to come in, because when you see what I've got for you, and it's like, okay. So please come along to the masterclass. It's completely free. And if you can't make it at 7 p.m. UK time tomorrow, it's not a problem. You can watch it on replay, but only if you've registered. Yes, so Mary was made aware of everything 20 years ago. Amazing, Mary. So what have you done since? Have you fully developed? Darlene's saying I see darker spirits. Yeah, Darlene, you can do. It's just something to do with the vibrational levels and also the boundaries around you. So we just need to work on that, but that's easily eradicated. So don't let it put you off. Sheila's saying, so I have my spirits come through in my light. It blinks when they come through. What would that be? Oh, how amazing. So it'll be your angels coming through light. Angels love the light. But we can explore that more. Hello, everyone joining us. Right, so this has been so insightful and I hope it's really helped you all. Has everyone found this interesting? Remember, you can register for the class on the link there below. Now, for all the newbies, I'm just going to stop the share for a second. Hi. And I'm going to share my Facebook page with you all. Just bear with me 1 second. And I'm going to show you all, when you join the group, where you can find all the content, because we've got lots of newbies that have joined. So we want to make sure that you are going to the right place. So, oh, I've got an exited it. Hang on 1 sec, guys. Hello, people joining. Let's have a look. That's X that. There we go. And then if I go on to here, talk spirit to me. Is it going to take me there? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I can show you this. Right, so let me share my screen. Amazing. I'm so glad people have registered. This makes me so happy. Okay. So here we go. I'm sharing my screen with you all. So you go into Talk Spirit to Me Facebook group here. So this is the Facebook group, which you are all members of. This is where this training is currently being held. And if you go to the top of the Facebook group, so here it is, there's me live. Hi. So if you go to the top of the Facebook group here, you will see featured. You see that? It looks small on here. Can everyone see it? Okay, so if you see featured there, you'll see all of the lives are titles. That's live 13, the purpose of your psychic gift. Here is dates of when the lives are on. And if you use this arrow here, everyone see this arrow there? Sorry, I know it's really small. I don't know how to make it bigger. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Can you zoom in? Oh, I can. Oh, this has changed my life. There you go. Okay. Oh, that's probably a little bit too. Oh, I've gone too far. Oh, there we go. Is that okay? There we go. So here we go. See, we've got all of the lives here. So that's live 13. And then you just scroll across. There's live 12, essential spiritual top tips you have to know. 11, step-by-step guide to disconnection. So you can go along to all of these and you can watch any of these at any time. All right, so if you ever see me tag you in and at everyone and it says, Katie Helliwell has added you in a comment in Talk Spirit to Me or whatever it comes up with, that's me letting you know something important about the group, some dates that are available. So all of it is here, okay? So you just go to the top and watch all of these. So I'll pin tonight's training on there. So that will go to the top as well. So if I ever say the trainings are in the group, that's where they're going to be. All right. Have a great rest of your evening, day, wherever you are watching in the world. I love you all so much and thank you for your time. Mwah. Bye.